In this video, I want to take a look at how the Western Mustangs use their two-back zone run game in the OUA semifinal, Yates Cup final against the Queens Gales this year. Two really good football teams. Queens has a great defense and a defense that does a lot of really, really interesting things. And I think it made Western look at what they do on offense and say, okay, what are we really, really good at? And to me, looking at this, if I'm a high school coach, summer coach like I am, and I'm looking for transferable things to my offense. Western is incredible talent and effort with their offensive line. And, I think in the national semifinal last weekend, their offensive line was given the player of the game. Pretty rare you see that happen. So I don't think, every high school coach has an O-line like Western's. But there's a few things here that I think you can do if you are a team, where your best players are linemen, or if you're just trying to maximize the performance of your offensive line. Obviously, very few teams, are looking at themselves saying, hey, we have, an O line with guys that are ultimately going to have careers like these young men are having. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of coaches that feel like they can run the football. And how can you do that at the high school level and maximize it? That's what I think, really taking a look at this performance. Western did a great job getting the most out of their run game and doing a few simple things schematically, which, really led to them being hard to stop, combined obviously with, the talent and effort they have up front. So taking a look here, this is actually the first play of the game. And, it's a Western staple. I think there's a lot of teams, if you're a high school coach, you're looking at this, it's two-back offense, right? They get great fullback play from Valvano this entire game, okay? But, first off, how are we going to get more out of our run game, right? We want to be simple, but what can we add? What can we do that's going to get more out of the run game? So here we're just going to get a simple inside zone play, okay? We're going to jet this player across. We'll get to what he does after that in a minute, okay? And then we're going to use that kind of jet sweep action to get this end upfield, and then the fullback's going to kick him out. We've done a video on this before. Really, really simple concept. And what you're really doing now is you're changing the strength, right? We're going from a 2x2 set to really this finishes as a 3x1 set. A lot of what Western does finishes or starts at a 3x1. Okay, and then this is where I think, obviously, the execution up front is great. But this is where one thing I think high school coaches can look to add. So number one, you got your jet sweep, enticing this guy up the field. They'll have variations where this ball gets pulled and now you have this guy in the flat. Tons of stuff there. Okay, but watch what they do here. They take their big slot Ellerman. Okay, he's going to have a bit of a tighter split, and he is going to look to crack on whoever is following the fullback. So fullback comes across. No one really comes with him. So Ellerman's looking to add. Now, I would assume their rule is you never turn back towards the line of scrimmage. So ideally, I think they'd pick this guy off here. He misses, but he turns up. Okay, and we'll see later on. Here he gets his hands in on this free safety. We're going to see later in the game where that becomes a bigger play for them. Okay, you'll also see a similar action here from the boundary wideout. Again, just adding into the box and trying to find someone of value. Here the O-line does a great job getting to the second level. But adding those guys in, whether it's crack or add motion here, you even see with this jet sweep. So he's going to pull up. And who's ever adjusting, say it's the safety coming down to that jet sweep action, he's going to look to then get in on a block. And this is why you have so many plays in this game, and in a lot of other plays, frankly, in the last decade of OUA football, where Western's able to hit the ball downhill, for huge plays. It's because when you pause it and the ball's 5 yards downfield, engaged receiver who's looking for work, right? They got a receiver in the pile here. And obviously getting receivers to block, is a skill set that needs to be practiced and developed. But this is a great way you can use them to add value to your inside zone game. Looking to pick off those second level tacklers that ultimately make the play here. Here's another great example. They end up in 13 here by bringing the slot across. Again, this is just a 22-2 back. Okay, the fullback this time is going to add on the front side, force that Sam backer to stay front side. If you're getting a team that's going to travel with this, creates a lot of room potentially if this zone were to bounce out off the front side of this run. But here they're going to bring Ellerman across. Ellerman is going to slip into the flat. This end here you're going to see is going to get upfield and force the give on this zone read. And you're going to see this cutback opportunity because, again, look at them adding in the crack block here on the will. Okay, the dig out here on the halfback. Okay, and then ultimately you got a player tracing across with the slip here. You're able to get a pretty meaningful block on the will and get a piece of this next level player. Okay, we're ultimately able to get this thing 7 yards downfield before there's any contact. It's a great job by Western up front. Obviously, the receivers, obviously anytime receivers are trying to come in the box and block, it's all about effort, and that's a hard thing to teach. But man, you watch Western film and they're making a living off of it. So again, subtle difference, leaving the fullback on the front side here to double that Sam linebacker, right? You see this add in here is critical. And now the cutback with the end getting up the field. Great execution, 9-yard run on first down. Here again, you're going to get a jet action just to get the secondary moving, the eyes of the secondary moving a bit here. Okay, and now we're going to get the fullback cross to kick out again just on that split zone look. Here the running back's able to hit it front side, get vertical. Again, great execution here. Really, really simple X's and O's wise. But you see how even at this level with, two really, really good teams, that jet sweep action gets the defense moving a little bit, gets the eyes of the linebackers, okay? And then all of a sudden, great execution up front, one cut from the back, okay? And now as you can see it here, as this player reacts to that jet out of the middle of the field, bang, running back's able to get vertical for a touchdown. These are all simple things. I mean, you could run this at any JV high school, right? High school level. Jet sweep strong, split zone strong. Jet sweep weak, split zone weak. Just mixing this up in different ways, I think can be really, really effective. We've seen both the jet sweep going with the fullback split zone action, and then that one there, almost a bit of a, more of a counter look where the jet sweep is going opposite of where the split zone ends up. Here's an example of another formation. Now we got the tight end on the line of scrimmage to get your X off the ball. You can do a ton of stuff here where this guy's the jet sweep man crossing the set, or this guy is the slip player on the zone read. Here we get, what I think is a great look. You never really want to leave this guy one-on-one, especially with a waggle. So you see here Queens has, their corner, and then the boundary halfback, I think this is the boundary halfback here, is also playing on the boundary side of the tracks. So you're really getting a kind of too high, going to become quarters, 4 high shell here, and it becomes tough. They're going to run the split zone. Now with the slot crossing the set to kick out the end, you'll see the fullback slip the end. Again, it gets the end up field for that slot back's block. Okay, and then again, if this ball is able to cut back, this could be a big gain on the cutback as well. You'll see it hit front side here just for a good gain. Okay, the D tackles make this tough inside. But I like the action. Again, I think simple. High school coaches watching this, you slip. High school D linemen are notorious for getting up the field, right? It's this split zone action is really like a trap at that first level of the defense. All right, so other than the zone run game, obviously Western did a lot of other great things on offense. For this video, again, I wanted to keep it, hey, what can you take from this as a high school coach at any level and install in your offense? Again, here we're just simple 22, the fullback's in the boundary. They're going to cross the fullback here, again, making it look like that split zone. Full slide the O-line. You don't give the defense an easy pass read here. Okay, you see that looks just like their split zone. And now, the running back may go the wrong way here. Not exactly sure how they wanted this pro'd up. Okay, but you see the quarterback just one step, rip the quick game. Whenever you're able to do these kind of things, keep the linebackers in the box. It's almost like a really cheap play action look here off the split zone. Again, I think the running back's probably supposed to step up to the right and add in on that pro on that side. Okay, but we just rip a quick game out here. Really accurate throw. Receivers able to catch the ball, get up the field. Another great play that Western runs off of this is their hitch screen. So if you take a look here, I think this is second down. Okay, again, 3-by-1. Getting into that look, probably hoping Queens is going to leave the boundary halfback over here to double up on this boundary wideout. Here they don't, but they're still able to execute the play. See, the fullback here is going to show that split zone. Running back's going to show that split zone. Okay, and now the quarterback's going to pull the ball out and throw a little hitch screen here to the field. So again, this is setting up exactly like their inside zone. You see the linebackers getting pulled in. Even this player at the next level getting pulled in. Okay, here they're going to go throw a little Y hitch. Okay. What I like about this too is the recognition here. They actually run off the corner. They realize that they're in man. They run off the corner. They're going to block this player immediately on the hitch. Okay, and then our O-line is getting out flat. Our fullback is going to slip and become a lead blocker. Okay, here I think they're going to get the tackle out. Okay, again, this is great. These guys are getting split zone all day. They're going to start wanting to hammer inside and help out on that zone game. Now they come down and we're able to get, the fullback and the tackle out there in space, right? You see this set up. Receiver gets out, obviously makes a great physical play after the catch. But again, anytime in high school, you can create a situation where, hey, we get some lead blockers out in front of one of our best receivers. Simple, easy throw for the quarterback. Okay, and you have a really explosive play. You can see here the tackle get out flat. It's a great play from Ellerman.